Okay, let's talk about it. It's been a while since I gave game to business aspects and trying to help our people in our community. This is S. Marshall, aka Smell. So what I want to talk about today is procurements, having bylaws, having procurement policies within your organization, especially if you are a nonprofit organization. What is procurements? Basically, procurements are policies, written policies that your business should have, organization should have, on how you do business transactions on purchases. So you should have some type of written document of how your organization purchase items, whether there are supplies, whether they're equipment, whether they're whatever purchases are to be made. There should be some type of written document that you have in place for that. Not just one person willy-nilly making a decision to say, hey, we're going down to Best Buy and buying 5 computers for the church or for the club or for whatever. Now there should be a procedure giving that person authority to do so. Why is this so important? Because when conflict come about, when remedy is needed, you have something in place by your own laws that the court systems can then make a determination who is wrong or who is right. When you need remedy, you may have a member that go rogue. You may have a situation where the organization splits. You may have a situation where the organization defaults, right? You have to have some type of way, some type of bylaws or some written policy in place so you have a recourse for remedy for your organization. And it's responsible for you to do that for the members and for the people that is a part of your organization and that is given to your organization, your stakeholders, your community. Is your responsibility to have something in place. Another reason why procurements are necessary and should be in place. For example, if there is a storm or tragic event that happens, say, to your building or something the club or organization possess, and they are seeking aid from their government, the government requires that you have written procurements in place in order to seek aid. Because when the government funds aid organizations, they want to know that you have something in place that can monitor how you spend money that they're going to give to you to replace whatever damages that you have. If you have nothing in place, no written policies, no type of bylaws to dictate how you control finances in your organization, you're not going to qualify for assistance that your government is ready to assist you with. So these things are very important. Some churches, I have to say churches, because that's one of the biggest things in our community. Some of our churches, you'll be surprised, they have no procurements. They have no written policies on how they make purchases. This is a tremendous problem. And I think more members should be aware and ask their pastors, their deacons, or their board of directors. They should have a board of directors, right? How do we have a procurement policy? Another good question, do your church even do they have an insurance policy? Most churches do not have insurance on buildings that's older than them. You know, these things are of necessity, and because members are paying into the organizations, right? And they should be confident to know that what they're paying into is being protected. And what is being protected is the services and the needs that are to be met within their community through that arm of that organization. So these are questions, these are things that are critical and must be addressed. Now, if you need assistance, if you need some help with designing procurements for your organization, or you need to want to look at internal controls, meaning you want to make sure that you have methods within your organization that can curb fraud. I know everybody say they love the Lord. I know everybody say they're there to do something right, but everybody ain't what they're saying, right? So you need ways to have internal controls. You know, the same person who is signing off the checks should not be the same person who are making the deposits. The same person who okays one area should not be the same person necessarily that is controlling the yes or no to procurements. You should have a limit of anything over X. A limit has to be signed off by XYZ. You know, anything under this limit could be maybe purchased, but then has to be reviewed at the end of the month or whatever like that, or reported by so many days to whatever officer. So just different things in place where you want to have internal controls, where fraud does not get out of hand, money is not misplaced, and it goes on for years sometimes before anybody knows what happened, because you have internal controls that make sure that these things are reported daily. These are some tips that you must put in place to be a responsible business, right? To be a business that is sound, a sound-minded business. And so these things are just saying that let's take in consideration, take some time to think these things out. If you need assistance with this, hit me up here, DM me. We could talk about it, and yeah, I can help you out with it. All right? Peace and love, S. Marshall, aka Smell. See y'all in the wind.